Here's the question I have for not just the left wing, not just the right wing, but for any American in general. How the hell can you possibly even consider voting for President Obama for a second term? How? God knows the economy's not gotten better. God knows unemployment hasn't really gone down. Why would you vote for him for a second term? Why? I'm genuinely curious. I want to know what the left wing is thinking when they want to vote for Obama for a second term. Oh, the hope and change hasn't come yet. Yeah, guess what? It's been 4 years. He said 4 years. And all hope and change has done for America has ultimately dismantled or began to dismantle our republic. Our founding fathers they'd be crying. I truly believe that. They would come back, they'd look around America, and they would be crying because of what we have done. Because of this exclusion of God in public places. Because of the separation of church and state. No. For anyone that uses the argument separation of church and state, I'm not going to go into it right now. I'll do that in another episode. I challenge you. Look at the entire quote of Thomas Jefferson in context when he said that. And then you will see that it doesn't really mean what you think it means. Look at the entire separation of church and state quote. He said it in 1802 in a letter to Danbury Baptists, easing their nerves that the government would not create a national religion. That's the separation of church and state he was talking about. He did not mean that you couldn't freely practice your religion in any way you wanted in public. Many of the founding fathers permitted this, encouraged it. At the time, North Carolina had its own constitution. They said that anyone governing their state had to admit that they believed in God if they wanted to govern. Now we can't even say the word God in a song because it might offend other cultures. Oh no. And I'd like to talk to you a little bit about the Junior Factor Nation. This is something I hope it has a lot of impact. I really do. It's a partnership that I'm doing with Caden Cowger. And I'm sure a lot of you listening to this know who Caden Cowger is by this point. I believe he's a good kid. I believe he's right on with his politics. And although I wouldn't necessarily have phrased some of the things that he said in the way that he did, I do agree with him on most things. So I really, really think this partnership is going to be great. Again, it's called the Junior Factor Nation. And what I kind of want to do is tell you a little bit about the details and what we have planned for it, what it's going to include. Basically, we're building a website, thejuniorfactornation.com. It's not up yet, so don't even try to go to it. But it will be launched probably sometime in July. And basically, we want to start a movement of conservative youth. See, the problem in American politics today is that we are so focused. Everyone is focused on adults. Everyone is focused on senior citizens and older people. But here's the truth. As much as I love Glenn Beck and Sean Hannity and Rush Limbaugh, and as much as I love what they're saying, the people on the left wing and their ideas, with their ideas and everything, they're not going to change. You might make them come a little towards the center, but no matter what you say, if you are broadcasting to an audience of left-wingers, you're not going to change their mind. And that goes for many on the right wing, too. Most people have their political views set in stone. Most adults, anyway. Kids, on the other hand, are different. Kids are just starting to get into politics. They're just learning. So I believe that it's a great time to teach them about the Constitution and the Founding Fathers and the truth about America. Once given the truth, then they can decide what political party they want to be affiliated with. It is a conservative movement. I swear to God, I better not hear anyone saying, "Oh, you're so biased. You only talk about conservative." Guess what? Yeah, it's a conservative movement. We are going to be talking about conservative things from a conservative standpoint because we believe conservatism is the only hope that this country still has.